Bridging Divides, Unveiling the Tapestry of the Philippine Government Peace Initiatives in Conflict Zones. Welcome to Clarko's podcast Insight and Wellbeing, where we delve into critical topics affecting our communities. Before we begin today's episodes, we'd like to emphasize the following points. Objective exploration. This podcast aims to provide a subjective and informative analysis of the Philippine government peace initiative in belligerent communities. Our goal is to foster understanding and promote constructive dialogue surrounding these efforts. Diverse perspective. The views expressed by the guests, experts, and individuals interviewed in this podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast, and their own do not necessarily reflect. We strive to present a range of perspective to offer a comprehensive views of the subject matter. Educational purposes. This podcast is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute professionalism, advice, or endorsement. Listeners are encouraged to conduct the research and seek expert advice on specific issues discussed in an ever-evolving situation. The information presented is based on the knowledge available up to the recording date. Given the dynamic nature of current events, the status of government initiative is related matter may have changed since the recording. Listeners' discretion. Some content may include discussions about sensitive or challenging topics. Listeners' discretion is advised, and we recommend approaching the materials with an open mind and a commitment to respectful dialogue, engagement, and feedback. We value listeners' engagement and encourage you to share your thoughts, questions, and expertise. However, any comments or contribution made by listeners are subject to review, and the podcast hosts reserve the right to curate content that aligns with the podcast objectives. Thank you for joining us on Exploration. Now, let's delve into today's episode on the Philippine Government Peace Initiatives in Belligerent Communities. So good day everyone! Hello! Welcome to Bridging Divides, the podcast where we unravel the intricate tapestry of the Philippine Government Peace Initiative in Conflict Zone. I'm your host, Clark, and today we embark on a journey to understand the complexities, challenges, and promising development of this pursuit of peace in the Philippines. The Philippines, with a diverse culture, landscape, has faced historical and contemporary challenges, giving rise to conflicts that have left lasting imprints on communities in the episodes. We'll delve into initiatives undertaken by the Philippine government to bridge the divides. We weave the narrative of peace in conflict zones. So before we begin our podcast today, there are a lot of subtopics that we have to discuss about. So first is the historical conflict, where if asa gikan jud ang root cause sa conflicts sa ato ang country. The historical and contemporary conflict. To truly understand the government peace initiatives, we must first unravel the history and contemporary conflicts that have shaped the Philippine landscape, from the struggle of the Moro people to the community's insurgency. Each thread in this tapestry tells a story of resilience and the justice cause. First, as we all know, the World War II from 1941 to 1945, the Philippines became the battleground during the World War II, experiencing the Japanese occupation and the fierce struggles for the liberation, leaving scars that persist in collective memory. So that time with the Japanese occupation, um, I can see is that that's the time where our grandmother were born, and they also uh, they experience how the World War II have gone too far. And the next is the contemporary conflict. Mindanao conflict, which is very timely and relevant, especially the Marawi Siege. And yeah, that's the time. Mindanao conflict, the southern island of the Mindanao has been the focal point for separatist movement, particularly the Moro Islamic Liberation Front or MILF and the Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF, seeking autonomy or independence for Muslim majority areas. And the next one is understanding the conflict zone, the spotlight of Mindanao, a region with long-standing tensions. Our focus will shift to Mindanao, a region where historically tension has been deeply rooted, as what I said earlier. Well, explore the challenges faced by various ethnic groups, the aspiration of Moro people for autonomy, and the unique dynamics that define these conflict zones. In our exploration of the specific region facing significant challenges within the Philippines, the island of Mindanao emerges as a focal point where historical tension have left a lasting impact. Let's delve into the intricate dynamics that define challenges faced by Mindanaos. The Moro people, comprised of various ethnic groups, have a long sought autonomy and cultural preservation. The Moro people, consisting of various ethnic groups in Mindanao, have a rich culture, heritage, and a long sought autonomy and cultural preservation. Next is the diverse ethnic group. As we all know, in Mindanao, it is very diverse. The historical tradition, cultural preservation, this is very, very rich. I remember also when, for example, Catriona Gray make her promotional video on Miss Universe, she opted to choose Mindanao because the ethnical group of Mindanao at has of story to tell. And of course, she won. So, as I said, diverse ethnic groups, initiatives of the past, paving the way for future solution. The Philippine government has a history of initiating peace talks and agreement to address conflicts. We'll take a closer look at the past initiative, exploring the successes, setbacks, and the solution, and the valuable lessons learned along the way. The Moro people are not a homogeneous group but encompasses various ethnicities, including Maranao, Tausug, Mindanaos, and others. Each ethnic group has its own distinct language, tradition, and cultural practices, contributing to the vibrant tapestry of Moro identity. Autonomy and historical grievances. The Moro struggles on autonomy is deeply rooted in history grievances, including perceived marginalization, land dispositions, and socioeconomic inequalities. There should be the massacre in 1968, where the Moro recruits were allegedly killed while training to convert operations, further fueled the demand of self-determination. But the Moro also has their own law, which is called Bangsamoro Organic Law or BOL. The birth of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim in Mindanao or BAR. A pivotal moment in the pursuit of peace came with the establishment of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. We'll examine the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro or CAB and how it served as a blueprint of autonomy, addressing historical grievances. The signing of the Comprehensive Agreement of Bangsamoro or CAB in 2014 paved the way of the creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The Bangsamoro Autonomous Organic or Bangsamoro Organic Law, ratified in 2019, plebiscite against the bar greater autonomy, allowing the establishment of the region's government with enhanced power. So let's delve into cultural preservation. Moro communities are keen on preserving their culture heritage, including traditional dances, music, and craftsmanship. As we all know, grabe sila o if we going to talk about cultural heritage, daghan jud kayo siya i-offer. Mindanao is a region that has a lot to offer. From the white sand beaches, from the people itself, from the warm smile, from the great communities, and also if we're going to talk about music, of course, they're top, they're the top musicians has made. The craftsmanship also, I also love the fabrics. And today's modern world, most of the most of the fashion designers are opted to use Mindanao's fabric because it's very intricate and it's very nice. It will symbolize our being a Filipino. It symbolizes how Filipinos are. Efforts to revive and maintain traditions practices contribute to the sense of identity and resilience against external pressures. Next is the interplay of religion and identity. Islam plays a crucial role in Moro identity, with the majority of Moro peoples being Muslims. Well, Mindanao, majority of Mindanaoans are Muslims. The struggles for autonomy is often framed in the context of preserving Islam's traditions and values, contributing to the distinct Moro identity with the predominantly Christian Philippines. Economic challenges. Economic disparities has been a driving force behind the Moro struggles, as some regions have lagged in development. Autonomy is seen as a means of control and benefit from the economic resources in the Moro-dominant areas, fostering sustainable development. Challenges to autonomy implementation. Despite progress, challenges in implementing autonomy persist, including issues related to resources sharing, power distribution, and establishment of effective governance structures. Negotiating the delicate between autonomy and national unity remains an ongoing challenge. Role of traditional leadership. Traditional leadership like datos or sultans plays a crucial role in Moro society, acting as mediator or guardians of cultural practices. Their involvement in the peace process reflects the importance of traditional structures in addressing contemporary challenges. Understanding the Moros people aspiration for autonomy involves recognizing the complexity of identity, historical struggles, and multifaceted approach required to address their cultural and political aspiration. So we are done with the topic, which delves into the introduction or diverse ethnic groups. Today, we will going to discuss also the government initiatives. So, what did the government initiatives? So, government initiative, a history perspective. Energy sa motor first. Okay. Tripoli Agreement in 1976. So, these are the initiatives that the government has made to have a better Mindanao. Tripoli Agreement in 1976. The Tripoli Agreement has signed between the Philippine government and the Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF in Libya. Imagine ha, sa Libya pa jud siya gisaynan. It aims to establish people, however, its implementation faced challenges leading to future conflicts. Final peace agreement with MNLF or Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF in 1996, which resulted in the creation of the Autonomous Region Muslim Mindanao or ARM. The agreement aimed to bring an end to the armed conflict that fosters socio-economic development in Muslim majority areas. Peace talk with Moro Islamic Liberation Front or yeah, peace talk pero medyo ang peace talk nga have with development in 2000, the signing of framework agreement in the Bangsamoro in 2012 and comprehensive agreement in Bangsamoro in 2014 paved away the establishment of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Ongoing peace process with the Communist Party of the Philippines and the New People's Army. The government has engaged a peace talk with the CPP-NPA aiming to address the root causes of the communist insurgents. While peace negotiations have taken place at different times, they have been marked by period of progress and setbacks. Mindanao Peace Development Framework in 2011 up to 2030. So, nagtaas the Mindanao Development Framework Plan is a comprehensive strategy aimed to addressing the root causes and conflicts. It focuses on socio-economic development, good governance, peace-building initiatives, and creating lasting stability. Comprehensive Agreement in Socio-Economic Reforms or CASER as a part of social peace talks with the CPP-NPA. The government has explored the socio-economic reforms through the Comprehensive Agreement on Socio-Economic Reform. The aim is to address issues related to the reform, rural development, and social justices. So, next is international facilitation and support. Various international entities, including the Organizations of Islamic Cooperation or OIC, in the United Nations have played roles in facilitating and supporting peace initiatives in the Philippines. While these initiatives has made progress in certain aspects, challenges remain in terms of implementation, inclusivity, and addressing deep-seated issues. Historical conflict, the context, and complexities of the conflict requires ongoing effort and multifaceted approach in achieving lasting peace in the Philippines. Uh, Current peace initiatives, as of my knowledge, updated in January 2022, there might be a new development of changes in the current peace initiatives in the Philippines. However, as of the time, the government continued to engage the peace processes, particularly with a group like More Islamic Liberation Front, the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army Democratic Front, or CPP-NPDF. Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao to establishment of BARM is a significant outcome of peace negotiations between government and the MILF. Negotiation involves addressing historical grievances, sharing power agreement, and recognition of the distinct identity of the Bangsamoro people. The government has periodically engaged in peace talks with CPP-NPA and DF, addressing socio-economic reforms, political issues, and a comprehensive ceasefire which is very useful. No? Negotiations involve discussions on land reform, rural development, and addressing the root causes of the communist insurgency. It is important to note that success of peace initiatives depend on the commitment of all parties involved, the willingness to address underlying issues, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Given the dynamic nature of peace, processing ongoing dialogue and inclusivity remains key principle of achieving lasting stability in conflict-affected areas. So aside from the peace talks that the Philippine government and the Moro Islamic or Bangsamoro has been made, there are also the challenges and obstacles that they encounter. The Philippine government faces several key challenges in its peace-building endeavors, reflecting the complex natures of the conflicts and the diverse stakeholders involved. Historical grievances, the implementation of agreement, the inclusivity and representation, security concerns and armed groups, and political will and consistency. So first, I will explain to you the historical grievances. So the is historical grievances and their challenges. So first is the historical grievances, and the challenge is lingering historical grievances, particular among groups like Moro people and the New People's Army, pose a significant challenge, addressing deep-seated historical injustices and building trust in a complex and time-consuming process. Next is implementation and agreement. So ang challenges niya is the successful implementation of peace agreements such as the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro remains persistent challenge delays. Disagreement on terms and the lack of resources can hinder the execution of agreed upon provisions. Inclusivity and representation. Ang challenge niya is ensuring the government inclusion and representation of diverse voices in peace process is challenging. Achieving meaningful participation from marginalized groups, women, and indigenous communities requires overcoming structural barriers of power imbalances. Next is security concerns and armed groups. So the challenges that also they face is the presence of armed group, both separatists and communist insurgencies, possess significant security challenges. Ceasefire violation, recruitment efforts, and sporadic violence can undermine the stability needed for the peace-building initiatives. So next is the political will and consistency. So the challenges that we're facing is the consistency of political will across different administration possess a challenges. Changes in leadership and political dynamics can lead to shift in priorities affecting the continuity of the peace initiative. Addressing these challenges requires a comprehensive and adaptive approach, combining political will, community engagement, and sustainable efforts to tackle the root causes and conflicts. Overcoming these hurdles will contribute establishment a lasting and inclusive peace in the Philippines. Next is the international support and collaboration. So these international supports and collaboration are also needed pud na sa atong kay dili ba sa tanang panahon is masustain sa atong country ang iyon ani. So we need the help of the other international organization which is the UN, um UN because UN also like human rights, international community, Red Cross, yan. So international mediation, particularly by like Norway, has played a significant role in facilitating dialogue between Philippine government and insurgent groups. Will uncover the facilitating dialogue between Philippine government and insurgent groups. The importance of this diplomatic effort is finding common ground and fostering understanding. International organizations and foreign entities plays crucial role in supporting the Philippine government's peace initiatives. Their involvement spans various aspects from mediation and financial assistance to capacity building and humanitarian aid. International commitment of the Red Cross or ICRC. The ICRC plays a vital role in providing humanitarian aid and support to conflict-affected areas. This includes medical assistance, support for displaced populations, and effort to ensure protections of civilians. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and others. International human rights organization plays a critical role in advocating for human rights in conflict-affected areas. Their reports are an advocacy contribute to accountability and justice. International organizations and foreign entities bring diverse perspectives, resources, and expertise to the table, enhancing the Philippine government capacity to address complex issues related to conflicts and peace. Their collaborative efforts contribute to the development of comprehensive and sustainable solutions. Next is navigating challenges, a look at the complexities. No journey towards peace is without obstacle. We identify challenges faced by government from the complexity of implementing agreements and addressing historical injustices and navigating the delicate balance of regional and international influence. Current peace initiatives or negotiation, dialogue, and inclusivity. In the present, the government continue to pursue the peace through negotiation, dialogue, and inclusivity. We'll explore ongoing initiatives, the role of various stakeholders, and the strides being made to build sustainable peace. Identify key challenges, the uphill battle of peace. The road of peace is marked by challenges. We'll identify the key hurdles faced by the government, from historical grievances to security concerns, and discuss addressing challenges is integral in the success of peace building endeavors. Voices from the ground, interviews with those impacted and those leading change. In special agreement will bring to first-hand accounts from individuals directly impacted by conflicts, focal leaders and activists working tirelessly towards peace. Their story will provide a deep understanding of human sides in a complex narrative. Pathway to sustainable peace, exploring strategies of harmony. As we near to end the exploration, we'll examine potential paths to sustainable peace, from diplomatic solutions and community engagement to education and socio-economic development. Each path contributes to the fabric of harmonious society. Historical and contemporary conflicts. Understanding the historical contemporary conflicts in the Philippines is a crucial. It involves recognizing the complexity, grievances, and factors contributing on ongoing tension and conflict zones. Regional regional challenges with a focus on Mindanao. Mindanao, with its long-standing historical tension, serve a critical region of peace-building narrative. Historical grievances among the Moro people and various ethnic groups underscored the need for targeted initiatives in the area. The Moro struggle for autonomy. The Moro people comprising diverse ethnic group have deep-seated desire for autonomy and cultural preservation, acknowledging their historical struggles essential for understanding the root causes of the conflict. Socio-economic developments and human rights. Beyond political agreements, socio-economic development programs are integral peace building, addressing human rights concern, ensuring accountability, and fostering socio-economic growth, contribute overall stability. Public awareness. Public awareness and education about peace process are vital. Transparent communication, education, and peace building efforts. These key insights highlights the multifaceted nature of peace building in the Philippines, emphasizing the importance of historical context, inclusive approaches, international collaboration, and sustainable development in unraveling the complexities and conflict zones. As we wrap up the exploration into the history of the Philippine government peace initiatives in conflict zones, we want you to leave with a call to action. The journey towards peace, lasting peace requires a collective efforts of individuals, communities, and the global community. Stay informed. Stay informed about ongoing peace initiative development and challenges in conflict-affected regions. Knowledge is a power tool in fostering understanding empathy. Engage in dialogue, initiate and engage the conversation about open. Peace is not just your immediate circles but wider communities. Encourage open and respectful discussions and promote understanding the bridge gaps. Support local initiatives. Explore ways to support local peace initiatives and community-led projects. Often, it's grassroots effort to make significant conflict on the ground. Advocate for inclusivity. Advocate for inclusivity in peace process ensures that diverse voices, including those marginalized groups, women and youth, are heard and considered in decision making. Educate yourself and others. Take time to educate yourself and others about the historical context and the root causes of conflicts. Understand complexity helps build the foundation of sustainable peace. Support organization promoting peace. Consider support organization or NGO are actively engaged in peace building, whenever through financial contribution, volunteering, or widespread awareness. Foster empathy. Cultivate empathy towards those affected by conflict. Put yourself in the shoes of others between better understand their experiences, aspirations, and challenges. In the spirit of unity and understanding, we invite you to be active participant in journey towards peace. Every small every small action, every conversation, and every act of solidarity contributes to the larger tapestry of global harmony. As we navigate the complexities in a world, let us envision the future are the future where conflicts are resolved through dialogue, where diversity is celebrated, and where pursuit of peace is shared endeavors. Thank you for joining us on Exploration. Until next time, let's continue weaving the thread of peace together. In our closing remarks, we extend a call of action. We invited you to listen, to stay informed, engage in conversation, and actively contribute the tapestry of peace. Every thread matters, and together we can weave the narrative and transcend individual to foster worlds and lasting harmony. Thank you for joining us on this journey for unraveling tapes in the Philippine Government Peace Initiative in conflict zones. Until next time, let's continue bridging individuals and weaving the thread of peace together. Good night.